Very good morning, students. Today we'll be starting with the fifth chapter, that is emerging modes of business. Okay, so here you'll be studying about e-business, e-commerce, their limitations, the safety and the security of the business transactions, everything. So let's start with the first topic, the main topic, that is e-business. So what is e-business? E, that denotes internet. So any business which is done, or the conduct of business on the internet, okay, any business which is done through internet, that is e-business. So it is a term used to describe the businesses run on the internet or utilizing the internet technologies to improve the productivity or the profitability of the business. Understood? Then an e-business, it may use the internet to acquire even wholesale products or supplies for in-house productions. You all know this. Okay, so in addition to buying and selling products, it may also handle other traditional business aspects. Okay, so the use of electronic chat as a form of technical as well as the customer support, it is an excellent example of this. Then comes e-commerce. So what is e-commerce? E-commerce, it is a method. It is a method using electronic communications and computer technologies in buying and selling the products and services on the World Wide Web. Okay. E-business, it refers to conduct of industrial and commercial activities, whereas e-commerce refers to conducting all the commercial activities through computer network. That's the difference. Okay, e-commerce, it's concerned with reaching out to the customers and conducting the sales activities through internet. See, it covers a firm's interactions with the customers and suppliers over the internet. So that's a method. Then it also differs from the traditional method of commerce as it combines information technology, business processes to make it more feasible to do the business in the way that could not be even thought of earlier. Okay. Then comes scope of e-business. So before starting this scope of e-business, let me tell you the basic differences between e-commerce and e-business. So though both the terms, they are used interchangeably, but there is more precise distinction between them. Okay. So just as the term business is a broader term than the commerce, e-business, it is more elaborate. Okay, and comprises various transactions which are conducted electronically, including the more popular gamut of transactions, etc. So that is called e-commerce. Understood? So it's e-business, that is wider term or the broader term as compared to e-commerce. E-commerce is a part of it. Okay. Then comes scope of e-business. As you can see here, there are 4 types of e-business transactions. That is B2B, B2C, C2C and intra-B. So what is B2B now? It is business to business transaction. So under this, the commercial transactions, the transactions which are done, they take place, as the name is suggesting, between the business to business organization. Okay. Among the different business organizations, the transactions take place. Okay. Then like placing of purchase orders, invoices, quotations, etc. So business to business is generally followed by several firms like Maruti Udyog, then Kinetic. All these are the examples. Then comes B2C. So it is business to commerce. So under business to commerce, commercial transactions, they take place between the business firms and their customers. Okay. So in this business to commerce, companies sell the physical goods to the customers online in more personalized way in a dynamic environment. Okay. So example for this is, it can be amul.com. It sells the Amul product online under the B2C model. Okay. Then comes intra-B commerce within the business. Intra-B, as I told, e-business is a wider term than e-commerce. So e-business, it includes not only e-commerce, that is B2B, B2C and C2C, but also intra-B. Okay, so intra-B refers to interactions and dealings among the various departments and the persons within the firm. So when the business is done within the firm, that is intra-B. Okay, for example, marketing department, it may interact regularly with the production department and get the products made as per the requirements of the customers. Okay. See, B2E is also at the part of intra-B, business to employees. Then comes C2C, customers to customers. Under it, both the parties, as the name is suggesting, both the parties which are involved here are the customers. That is why it is known as customers to customers commerce. So it is required for the buying and selling of those goods for which there is no established markets. Okay, so the seller may sell his services or the goods by providing information on the net, like OLX, Flipkart, all this. Okay, nowadays that Meesho is there. So all these are the examples of this. Differences between traditional and e-business. Traditional, it was difficult. Now e-business, it is simple. Okay. Then physical presence. Traditional business, it requires physical presence, but e-business, it doesn't, because everything is done online. Then location. It is important, it's not important. From wherever they want to do, from wherever the people they want to do the e-business, they can do it. But for traditional, it was needed. Location was needed. Then cost of setting up. Obviously, in the case of traditional, they need to set up the business. They should have the proper infrastructure. So for that, more cost was needed as compared to e-business. Then operating cost. Operating cost, the cost which is required for day-to-day activities. So obviously in traditional it is more, and then e-business it is less. Contact with the suppliers and customers. Traditional, it is indirect, because intermediaries are there, wholesalers, then this retailers, agents, they all are there in between the customer and the producer. But in e-business, somehow it's direct. Okay, not the producer, but the one who is selling is in the direct contact with the customer. Then business process and length of cycle. Long time in traditional and short time in e-business. Interpersonal touch. Yes, traditional it's more, and in e-business it is less. Ease of going global. In traditional, since it's just set up in a single market, so it is means till that means that place only. Okay, then in e-business it can be done around the world. Employees, they are semi-skilled or unskilled. E-business, they should have a technical knowledge. Transaction risk. Since e-business it is done online, so obviously transaction risk is higher there as compared to traditional. Then comes benefits of e-business. So the first one is ease of formation. You all know that it's very easy to start it online. Okay, it needs less legal requirement. It doesn't need to set up the whole business. It can be easily done online. Okay. Then convenience. Whenever you wish to buy the things online, you can just bring it and get it in at your home within a time. Okay. Then speed. It allows faster services. You get it very fastly. Then global reach. From one place it can be sent to various places. Okay, you can get it from various markets. Then movement towards a paperless society. Obviously you don't have to, most of the payments they are done cashless. Okay, most of the payments they are done through the cards. Then comes limitations of e-business. So before this, let me tell you the advantages. Advantages is what it can be: the better services, reduction in the procurement, reduction in the operating cost, reduction in product development cost, everything. Okay, then comes limitation: low personal touch. So There is no face to face contact. You cannot see that which person is the seller, which person is selling you the goods. But in case of traditional, you can. Then incongruence between order and supply. Order taking is very fast, but the delivery takes time. Okay. When you order it, that time it hardly takes means it hardly takes 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, but in case of supply, it takes some time. The need for technology, you need some internet technology. Okay, but without that you can't purchase the things. High risk, transaction risk is there. Okay, then people resistance, adjustment with the new technology creates a stress and sense of insecurities to the employees. Okay, ethical fallouts, the information exchanged through internet may be stolen or misused. The same thing, transaction risk is there. Okay, they can get the each and every information about you, like your number, your email ID, your credit card number, debit card